What's going on, guys? This is Davus, and unless you've been living underneath a rock, you're probably aware of the financial dire situation that GameStop's in. What brought them here? Let's get into it. GameStop started off in the year 1984 under a different name, Charles Babbage's. It was founded by Gary Custine and James McCurry. From 1994 until 1996, NeoStar Retail Group became the holding company for Charles Babbage's. In the year 1996, NeoStar was purchased by Leonard Riggio, who was also Barnes & Noble's principal shareholder, becoming a subsidiary of Barnes & Noble's. In 2000, Babbage's, etc. became GameStop as it is known today. GameStop went public in the year 2002 under the ticker GME. In 2004, Leonard Riggio sold his 59% stake in GameStop, making it an independent company. From the year 2004 to 2016, GameStop acquired several different companies, including EB Games, Rhino Video Games, Micromania, and many others. Since 2016 onwards, GameStop has experienced a financial freefall, leading us to where we are today. Let's take a look. Now, many of GameStop's current issues can be traced back to something called the Amazon effect. People want everything in 2 days and they don't want to leave their house to do it. So this leaves GameStop in a very precarious situation with their brick and mortar stores. It puts them out of date. GameStop's got millions and millions of dollars invested into the retail space, and it's obsolete. They haven't changed with the times nearly quick enough to include the ever-increasing online retail space. Now, GameStop does have a smaller web division. If you go onto their website today, you can still buy stuff, right? And I think that's probably the direction they're more than likely heading. They're trying to head that direction anyway. Whether or not they'll actually make it, I kind of doubt. But now this issue is almost completely unique to the gaming industry, and that's the problem with digital downloads. Let's go ahead and put you in a little bit of a situation here. It's Red Dead Redemption 2 launch day. You're getting this game. You have two options, though. Either, well, you have to work that day. You're going to go off, do your thing at work, and then you're going to run to Walmart, pick it up, or go home. Or GameStop. That would work too. Fitting. So you run to GameStop, pick up the game, throw the disc in your PS4. You're super excited to get playing that game, and it has to download. So you sit there, and you got a decent internet connection. You're pulling about 100 down, but you're sitting there. And what are you not doing? You're not playing the game, right? In the other situation, let's say Red Dead Redemption 2 launch day, right? You get up in the morning, you breathe a deep breath and go, today's the day. I'm going to get to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Been waiting years for this game to come out. And what do? In the morning before you have to go to work, you go turn your PS4 on, and you say, oh, look at that. It's available in the store. And you click download. You go to work, spend your 8 hours, do your little droid things, and then you come home, the game's ready. You don't have to stop at the retail store. You don't have to stop at GameStop. You don't have to put the disc in and wait for it to download, because even though you have the disc, games aren't all on the discs anymore. What are you gonna do? I know sure as hell I'm definitely not waiting for that. I'm not waiting for that disc to download. Hell, I'm buying the game that night of, or if I'm really smart, I pre-order the game the day before. If I'm sure I'm gonna like it, see all the playthroughs or whatever, pre-order it the day before, set it to automatically download. It's downloaded, done, ready to go by midday. I mean, you're at work, so you can't play it, but it's ready by midday. That's the main issues that GameStop is experiencing. What are they going to do with digital downloads? Are they just going to open up their own PlayStation 4 GameStop division? Hell no. No, that's not going to happen. So where do they go from here? What can GameStop possibly do to pull themselves out of the mess that they've gotten themselves into? Now, I'm not going to say that it's all GameStop's fault, but it's all GameStop's fault. They should have seen this coming from miles away like everybody else did. Like like I mentioned the Amazon effect earlier. That is obliterating the entire industry of retail space. You go to any mall today, you're not going to find anybody in it. Okay, besides for the Mall of America, but it's got its own little niche thing. But you go to most malls. I went to the mall the other day. The only place that had anybody in it was a restaurant. And I live in a rural-ish community where where malls are still kind of a thing, and all the methed up people are going to they're going to visit the mall, but that's just not a thing anymore, right? You go to the store, what are you gonna buy? You're buying your groceries, you're buying your whatever the hell else, but you're not buying games. You're coming home and you're sitting your ass on your couch, you're pressing your PlayStation button, and you don't even have to get up. You don't have to walk at all to buy the game. Assuming you got your card in there, bing, bang, boom, you're done. Never saying that again, but that defeats the point. It's just too much work. Humans naturally gravitate towards the option that is easiest. It's an evolutionary trait. We've been through our millions and millions of years of evolution getting to us here. Energy savings. That's the main theme. Saving energy. And I'm kind of going off on a tangent here because energy doesn't matter. I mean, we got infinite sources of energy in the day and age we live, but it's still psychology. It's still the fact that deep down in the spinal cords of our subconscious, that's what's driven us. Well, that and sex, but that's besides the point. So, what does GameStop's market look like today? What is their market situation? I know I mentioned earlier that 2002 was released to the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker GME. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in a program called Thinkorswim. It's a market investment utility that I use for market stuff. Duh. And right now, what we're looking at is GameStop, ticker GME. Now you can see, if you look up here, this chart that we're looking at here is the 3-year. Every single one of these candles marks a week. All right, every candle marks a week. I think I'm all the way zoomed out here. Yeah. So you can see over the past 3 years, like I mentioned, we've been in a steady decline. Well, I don't have anything to do with GameStop. I don't care. But they've been in a steady decline. Ever since way back in the day, back over here, and we had a green ticker, and ever since. You can see that down staircase pattern. And it kind of held out here for a while. Right? It was keeping above this little trend line right here. Kept touching it. Kept getting close. I was thinking, oh man, I really want to die, right? Situation GameStop's in now. I really want to just end myself, but here we are. Can't do it. And then whenever the hell this was, okay, this is mid 2016, late 2016. Actually, more towards the holiday season, which is hilarious, because that's usually like their peak times. But it dips below that line. Tries to head back up, tries to rebound, but it doesn't. And it just keeps going overall in the downward direction. You can kind of see 2018 here had a pretty decent spike. It's probably the best spike for the year, for this entire, well, we got a couple decent ones, but yeah, end of 2018, and we've just been heading downward ever since. Now, when we compare this to the initial stock price of the all right, so for the high for the last 3 years, it was $28.58. Where are we at now? $4.41. That's the current price. Look at that. I'm not even going to try to calculate. Oh, actually, here. Huge losses. Let's just try to draw here. There we go. Now we're seeing percentage. You can see there, minus 83.63%. That is deadly. In 3 years, minus 80%. You try telling your public stockholders, oh, minus 80%, no big deal. We're doing good here in the company. No. Who's going to believe you? Nobody. So let's take a look at a little bit of a closer time frame. Let's say half a year, 4 hours. So that means every single one of these little tiny candles now is 4 hours. You can still see that decline, steady decline, right? Even on the year chart, steady decline. Days, just wake up one morning and all of a sudden your 100 shares of GameStop that were sitting pretty riding tall at the $8 mark. Next day, wake up, it's $4, $5. That's just imagine yourself as an investor having $800 invested into GameStop, and the next day, 50% of it's gone. Think about that. What does that make the consumer do? If you were the investor, what would you do? You're not holding on to that. You're not holding on to that stock. Even through the years of telling you to sell this stock. 3 years. We've not been doing very good. We're not hot. Should probably sell us. That's the market in which everybody's in right now. Anybody looking to invest? Nobody's looking to invest in GameStop because there isn't any confidence in the company. And that's what we get back to with stocks. A stock, it's not just, the value just doesn't come out of nowhere. A stock's value is judged based on the confidence we as consumers, we as investors. It's based on the confidence we have that that company is going to increase in value. For the last 3 years, the evidence is pretty clear. Nobody has confidence that GameStop's going to increase in value. Nobody. I saw Yahoo, Yahoo Investor, whatever. Oh, what was it, 6 months back? Oh, it's a hot buy. GameStop will come back. Yahoo, if anybody from Yahoo's watching this, from the Yahoo investing team, you guys are freaking morons. You're idiots. What would make you think that? Unless you had your own agenda to make the stock go up because shit, I'm down 80% since 3 years ago. Let's see if I can get some of my money back. Get a bunch of people investing in this. Nobody has confidence in the company. Let's take a look at a much more recent chart. Now this, oh, look at this. We're looking good, riding tall. Look at that. From down here, we were sitting at 366, and from then to its peak, for this, let's see, the last, where were we at? A week, whatever. For the last week, oh, look at that. It's not bad. Got a 39% increase. But what does that mean? Short-term investments don't determine long-term outcomes. Oh, it'd be awesome if we would sit at this growth forever. GameStop comes out of the wreckage. It's a brand new company. Basically brand new, right? Rebrand itself? No, it's not going to happen. Look at this. Not looking bad. But we go back to the long term. Nothing but bad news. Nothing but bad news. The investors that you want to attract as a company are not the ones investing for a day. They're not the ones just hoping that they can make a quick buck on the quick fluctuations that the stock has in the morning, like that. See? Look at there. They're not those people. The people you want investing in your company are the people who are looking on the long term. The people you want are the ones that keep their money because it's continually growing. They keep sticking their dividends, they keep sticking their money back into the stock because that increases the value of the stock, therefore increasing the amount of trust that consumers have in the stock. It's a reverse relationship. It works both ways. The price of the stock can make somebody perceive value in the company, can make somebody trust the company, but it also goes the other way around, where people trusting in the company increases the value. You can't see my hands down here with the crazy movements I'm doing, but you get the idea. And that's the situation that GameStop's in right now, and I don't foresee them coming out of this. This is Davus from the Oh Hey That's Cool channel. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This overlook at GameStop and what their future holds. And I'll tell you what, it's not good. I wish the people over at GameStop the absolute best, and I hope that they can figure out a way to come up from the ashes, to be reborn. But that's going to take a lot of rebranding and a lot of money they don't have. Guess only time will tell.